What's going on, everybody? Broken Games HDR back at it again with another video. So the internet is really mad at Randy Pitchford. They got their pitchforks and knives and their torches on fire, and they're about to raid his home. So let me set up the scenario. So Randy Pitchford made a post on Twitter. He said, "I am very excited for the Nintendo Switch 2, and I am more excited to bring Borderlands 4 to this incredible, magical machine." And then that was in reply. That was a quote tweet in reply to Nintendo's official account talking about Borderlands 4 on the Nintendo Switch, right? And then a user on Twitter said, "Randy, this game better not be $80. Don't take that risk. A lot of gamers aren't going to pay $80 and feed this notion of constant increase of the price tag. You are the CEO. You have some say with the price when it comes to your publisher." Um, and Randy Pitchford, this is what people are mad at him saying for some reason. He said, A, it is not my call. B, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. My local game store had Starlight for Sega Genesis for $80 in 1991 when I was just out of high school working minimum wage at an ice cream parlor in Pismo Beach, and I found a way to make it happen. So let me make something very clear because people on the internet have terrible, like, reading comprehension. I don't agree with games being $80. I don't want games to be $80. But everything Randy Pitchford said here was the truth. He just shouldn't have said it out loud. That's the only thing that Randy Pitchford said here that was wrong. Not that this is everything he said was absolute facts. He just shouldn't have said it out loud. That's the dumb part. Why are you saying this out loud and creating negative press for Borderlands 4 before it comes out? Absolutely stupid. But what he said was the truth. A, it's not his call because publishers determine the price of their games. Sure, CEOs probably have some input, but Take Two is Gearbox's publisher. Publishers have always ultimately determined the price of their games. So, A, that's not up to him. Okay, so that's truth. B, he said if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. Now, I don't know. This is the part that the internet is so up in arms about, right? When, bro, the last few weeks, we've been saying the exact same thing. This is the same sentiment that all of us have been spreading in the wake of just conversations about GTA, in the wake of Nintendo announcing that some of their games might be $80 and some other publishers announcing that their games are going to be $80. This is the same thing we've said. People are being obtuse about this real fan when we say the same thing. We've said exactly the same thing, that if you are a diehard fan of something, people will pay $80 for it. We said it about Mario Kart. Now, of course, there's a Mario Kart bundle, right? But do you think nobody is going to buy Mario Kart for $80 outside of that bundle? Mario Kart is going to go on to sell like 70 million copies or something. Mario Kart World is going to go on to sell 70 million copies. Something crazy like that. We know that for a fact. And that's not going to be all in a bundle. So a lot of that is going to be people paying $80 for a game because they are real diehard fans. Same thing with GTA. We've said, listen, there are people, Take Two could price GTA at 80, 90, $100. People are going to buy it. Now, I'm not saying that Borderlands is on the same caliber and like level as Mario Kart World or GTA 6 as far as like demand and how much of a juggernaut it is. That's not what I'm saying. I'm simply saying there are people who will buy it for that because there are diehard fans of Borderlands. Not as much as GTA, not as much as Mario Kart World, but there are diehard fans. So what people people know the truth, but sometimes they don't like to hear the truth, and they don't like the messenger a lot of the times. I think that people got to understand there's a difference between something that's like not great to hear, but the truth, and something that's just wrong to like say. This is something that's wrong to say, but it's still the truth. It's wrong to say out loud, but we all should acknowledge it as the truth. He didn't lie here. This is just bad press. And people people kind of don't like Randy Pitchford, so this is kind of like you don't like the messenger either. So people are kind of being obtuse about what's a real fan, bro. Y'all know what a real fan is. Why are we playing dumb? Why are we acting dumb? We like, bro, I'm a fan of a bunch of games, but there are levels to being a fan of something where there may be somebody like we all know Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy, right? The let's say the remake part 3, Final Fantasy 7 remake part 3 comes out and it's $80. I'm buying that day 1. Somebody who is a fan, but maybe not as much of a fan as me for Final Fantasy is probably not. They may wait for a price drop. Why are we acting like this is some type of foreign concept that we've never heard of? Like people get a little bit too emotional when it comes to conversations regarding price and just paying for things. They get way too emotional and can't step back and look at things objectively. Like somebody's like insulting you or something. Like I really think that because that's the other aspect that we talk about all the time. Listen, everybody's pockets aren't the same. So it's relative. So $80 to you, $80 to me might not be something, and it depends on the product. And $80 to somebody else, be like, man, that's nothing. That's chump change to me. I should, I'll wipe my ass with that. So they don't mind spending $80 on a game. People aren't all the same in life financially. That's just facts, bro. Like I don't understand what's the outrage about. Like the only people that really should be mad at Randy Pitchford is his development team and probably the publisher. Like, bro, shut your ass up. Why would you say this? The consumer, it's weird for the consumer to be mad about this, I think. Because listen, I don't think and the thing is, he didn't even confirm that it's gonna be $80. The fan brought it up. This user brought it up. So people are mad at like something that's not even confirmed yet, bro. It was just speculation. This dude brought up $80. Randy Pitchford didn't say anything about this shit being $80. So it's and I hate this like once again, I've talked about this in another video where making an observation, people consider that bootlicking for corporations. Bro, saying grass is green is not defending grass. It is literally just an observation. And that's what pisses me off. People, oh, BG, why are you defending corporations? Bro, saying that some people will buy a game at $80 is not defending a corporation. It is an absolute fact. That is a fact. Unless Borderlands, GTA, Mario Kart World, or whatever game that's priced at $80 comes out and sells 0 copies, that means that some people will buy games for $80 is an absolute truth. Why do like people seem to think that like, hey, if you say, hey, this is truth, that means you are condoning it, or you're like you're putting it in the universe to happen, bro. Some of these things are going to happen whether you believe it or like it or not. I don't like this shit. I'm just somebody who's a realist. I'm in touch with reality, so I can see that yes, some of this price point is going to happen with some games, and some fans are going to buy it. Where is the bootlicking in that? I think some of y'all are devoid from reality and delusional into thinking that because you deny it or don't want it, that it's not going to happen. Bro, you can think it's bad all you want. You can think it's terrible all you want. Like I said, I don't agree with it. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Come on, bro. We got to stop. We got to stop this emotional nonsense, dog. Especially with like Bro, we literally witnessed just like once again with Nintendo and with GTA, multiple Nintendo games, a bunch of y- a bunch of fans literally saying, "I don't care. Day 1, I'm buying it. $80." We literally saw that. Bro, the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to sell shit tons when it comes out. These Nintendo games are going to sell shit tons when they come out. They didn't really get any backlash. Some people voiced their opinion and spoke out against some of this Nintendo stuff. That's not gonna mean anything when it actually comes time to buy these games and when these games release. You think that backlash is actually gonna show up in sales? Come on, bro. What are we talking about here? Why are we wasting our breath and beating this? The internet just likes being angry, bro. The internet just enjoys being angry because there's no way y'all are mad at this. This is insane to be mad at. It's just truth. It's just facts, bro. It's not his call. And diehard fans, oh, what's a real fan? What does that mean? If I don't pay $80, that means, oh, I'm not a real fan, bro. Y'all know what he means by that because we all use that term. Real fan just means the level of fan you are. Die hard, I'm fan. Oh, I like it. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's my favorite game ever. Oh, it's the game of the generation. It's levels. But now we want to play dumb like we don't know what that means. Like, come on, bro. Y'all pick and choose when y'all have like good and bad comprehension based on who's saying it and based on what they're saying. Please stop being dumb. Making an observation and saying something is objective fact is not bootlicking. All right, man. Well, people are just weird, bro. Oh, I'm not buying Borderlands now because like, bruh, you fucking bitches. Like I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like please stop all this crying and whining and shit like that. It's I don't know. I'm just not the type of person to be mad about everything. So when people are mad about things that are just, you know, I guess the truths of life, it's like weird to me. Anyway, I'm out of here. Let me know what y'all think. Catch y'all on the next video. Peace.